The Cuba Domadores went into day 2 of their semi-final against the Mexico Guerreros, knowing that they were already through to the final. The home side had recorded a 5-0 win on day 1, and due to the fact that Carlos Mina was unable to compete at light heavyweight for the Guerreros on day 2, La Cruz received the walkover, and Cuba was 6-0 up before boxing on the second day of competition had even started. There were still 4 bouts to be completed. The first one saw Orlando Huitzel up against debutant Frank ZALDIVAR at flyweight. It was a tight bout all the way through. Huitzel, as he generally does, was the aggressor, coming forward, dipping that head low at times. ZALDIVAR, particularly in the second and third rounds, managed to find his range a little bit better and pick Huitzel off as he came in. And there was still a possibility that Huitzel could get something out of this as they headed into the 5th round. But it was ZALDIVAR who got the decision on the scorecards. At lightweight, Lindolfo Delgado 4-1 in the group stages, and a winner against Azerbaijan in the quarterfinals found himself in with LAZARO ALVAREZ, top of the lightweight rankings, 7-0. A 2011 world amateur champion, and Alvarez's slick boxing skills were just too much for Delgado, who never stopped trying. But Alvarez's reflexes, hand speed and foot movement just set him really as a class apart, as he has been against all of his opponents in World Series of Boxing throughout the course of Season 5. And it was Alvarez who won it, dropping just the 1 round on one of the judges' scorecards.
From Mexico, HECTOR Reyes.
A welterweight, Hector Reyes, found himself in against RONIEL IGLESIAS, another much decorated Cuban fighter, London 2012 gold medalist and a former amateur world champion to boot. Reyes, a tall, rangy fighter, tried to use his reach, but IGLESIAS, boxing out of the southpaw stance, sneaked those right hands through on occasions, was also accurate with that southpaw backhand, and movers Reyes did try to do. He was caught on a number of occasions and really found it very difficult to land any punches of his own. IGLESIAS dominating, particularly in the final round, where that crisp left hand saw the referee step in to issue a standing count to the Mexican fighter. That saw 2 of the judges give that final round by a score of 10-8, and IGLESIAS again took the decision by a very comfortable margin. The 4th and final fight of the night came at super heavyweight. Jorge QUINONEZ making his debut for the Mexico Guerreros in against LENIER, who had 6 wins and 1 defeat to his name in the group stages. Ferro immediately looked to the body, and QUINONEZ fairly swiftly went down. Referee Mick Bassi giving the count. And it wasn't long before QUINONEZ was down again. Ferro just teed him up for that left to the body, followed by a right hand. He touched down with the gloves very, very briefly, and you could see at that stage that QUINONEZ really didn't want too much more to do with LENIER. The fight was stopped, and Ferro got the win by 1st round stoppage, which completed a comprehensive victory, 5-0 on day 1 and on day 2. They will now face either the Astana Arlans or the Russian boxing team in the final.